Might be. Only God knows for sure. My name's host Eric. I'm the host of Talking with Famous People, and I'm here with my beloved and beautiful wife Rachel,
Hi.
who's right over there. And together, we're live streaming on the internet. It's this newfangled thing they have. It's like a book. It's like a choose your own adventure, except with video and audio. What adventure will you choose today? Will your adventure be to shine or to fail to shine? Those are your only two options. Did I shine today? Well, that's a good question. You have a lot of good questions. I shone a little bit. Maybe not. I got up late. Got a good amount of sleep last night. That's shiny for me.
That is shiny.
And I did a typing session today.
It's also shiny.
Yeah. And I'm gonna upload it and schedule it for tomorrow morning to publish. We got some more work done on the pond. I'm almost to the next stage. Almost. But you know what they say about almost? It only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Seeing as I have neither horseshoes nor hand grenades, I guess it doesn't count for me. But I'll tell you what does count. This athletics game. So I'm going to pause it for a second while I do this. Okay. Typing session Paris equals what type? All right, playlists. Typing sessions. They say my typing sessions playlist is a podcast. Is it? No.
No.
But they say it is. I don't do a podcast, but I pretend to do one on the internet. Thanks to the wonderful world of YouTube. Now, with YouTube, even you can make a podcast without even trying. Let's make this, what time? Say 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning, 9 in the morning. Set as premiere. Today's the 23rd? Yes. So make it for the 24th. That's fine. Schedule. And yeah. Her name's Paris, like the city. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's in France. One thing that I'm looking forward to. Hi Ace, is going to the athletics game in August with Zandy and Ike. I troll Roblox. I'm doing fine, thank you for asking. TH Furious. Salute to you as well. The all-seeing eye, once hidden, now opens as the awakened rise, unveiling the eternal truth that awaited discovery. And what is that eternal truth? Is it 2 plus 2 equals 4? I hear that one's pretty true. That's just from listening to truth podcasts. I constantly listening to podcasts. No, I don't listen to podcasts. The eye is inside of all of us. Well, I don't know, because my eyes are on the outside. But if you say I have an inside eye, all I could see, I couldn't see anything. It's dark inside of me. It's totally dark. I've never looked, but I'm pretty sure it's totally dark inside of me. That's why they say stick it where the sun don't shine. What they mean is in your butt, because the sun doesn't shine in your butt. Pretty amazing, huh?
It really is.
Yeah. Of course, there are other places in the world where the sun doesn't shine besides your butt. But that's what they mean when they say that. All right. Now let me pop out this chat. I forgot what I was doing here. Pop out the chat. And then we're going to put the game on the other tab here. Here in England. You're in jolly old England. How many chimneys have you swept today? From what I understand, everybody in England is required to do at least some chimney sweeping. Because in jolly old England, they still heat their homes by burning coal that they've dug up from the ground in England. In the old coal mines of, where were they? Manchester? They mined plenty of things in England, I'm sure. Well, you know, I'm always rooting for you guys, the English, in international soccer. There's no point in rooting for the U.S. because we suck. Or in men's soccer. In women's soccer, but even in women's soccer, I root for England over anybody but the U.S. You guys love your soccer so much. They're doing great. They're healthy, robust. They're living their best life. We can go out and look at them in a little bit. I feel pleased to have such a healthy, happy group of ladies out there.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like a good farmer or something.
You are. You have
Thanks,
a green
darling.
thumb.
Thank you. The only thing I really grow is weed, although I gotta say the aloe vera is doing really well in the garage.
Seriously, and that came back from not doing so well.
It didn't like it outside because it gets too cold here. But it's been living in the garage now for a while and by the window there, and it just seems to love that spot. It's just thriving.
Are you hungry?
I am.
What would you like me to cook heat you up?
I'd like you to cook me beef Wellington.
Ooh, beef Wellington. Easy peasy.
If we don't have the ingredients for that, then anything from the freezer is fine.
Anything from the freezer?
You know, a frozen dinner of some sort.
Okay.
I have a small indoor aloe vera. It started to flower for the first time this year. That's cool. You put a stalk of little flowers, I believe. Jacob Wilson, once again, cannot handle his job as a shortstop. And now he's not hitting anymore either. So I'm a little sad about Jacob Wilson. But Nick Kurtz is killing the ball. He has just seen it so well right now. He's hitting so many home runs. So were you involved in this movie thing that just happened, Carrot? I don't remember. Rachel said she watched a movie with somebody. Maybe it was Santiago or Sancho. Right now I'm smoking this not that great weed. Well, it was pretty good, I guess, originally, but it's super old now. But it's fine. It's good enough. Typed a lady earlier, and that was a long session. We chatted with her for, I don't know, close to 2 hours ago. But she was very wrong about her own type. I don't want to give any spoilers, but so, when somebody thinks they're one type coming in and then they're different, at the end when I tell them what type they are, they sometimes want to me to explain why they're the type they are rather than the type they thought they were. So that's when things tend to go a little bit longer. The stalk looks so unique compared to your other succulents. You've gotten white, yellow, and red flowers from succulents. Cactus and succulents in general have great flowers, but I'm not sure about aloe vera. Can't really. I would expect it to be little white flowers, maybe. Hi, Judy Ivy. Hello, I'm wondering, is it very hot in your area? No, it was absolutely lovely today. It's like a high of 79 or something.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We're having this unreasonably awesome weather for July. All of July so far has been pretty chill. Like, if you're getting highs in the mid 80s in July, then that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Good evening, C.I. Ortega. C.I. Ortega. Before the internet, dots were periods. Before the whole .com thing, nobody ever said dot when they meant period. I mean, if they're gonna use it to mean period, they should also say when women are on their menstrual cycle, you're on your dot. It's very hot there in the East Coast. Just time to stay in the H2O. Well, be careful, Judy Ivy. You don't want to get shrivelly fingers and toes, do you? It's one of the consequences of staying in the water for too long. And if you get all pruny and shriveled, then what are you going to do? Everyone's going to point to you and say, pruny, prune, pruny, prune. Is that what you want? Jonathan Day says, the most mild summer I can remember. I hate summer heat, so this is amazing. In San Diego, huh? Well, we're in Mariposa up in the middle of the state, and we've also got just unreasonably awesome weather. We don't even have really any skeets out that much right now. I got like one on me earlier when I was working outside. Fall's your favorite? C.I. Ortega is sick of the heat. They're ready for fall. I saw a meme today that showed it like frequency of search term. Probably somebody just made the thing. Like Google, like how often people search for this term, and it said pumpkin spice, and there was a flat line, and all of a sudden it went like this, and it said it begins. So, people are thinking fall. When people think fall, they think pumpkin spice.
It's true. Bath Body Works had a Summerween special where they like brought back like Halloween in the summer.
Really?
Yeah. So like they're like pumpkin spice like scented stuff and like Halloween flavored stuff was brought back. Weird, right?
People longing for the fall, I guess.
Yeah.
I can't even read your name, the person with the neighbor. So I don't know. Obviously, that's not true regardless, but even if you were presenting a serious thing, then I still wouldn't be able to pronounce your name. Is that like Mr. Runes? Runes Mister. Summerween. I'm in Mariposa County, California, right smack dab in the middle of the state. It's near Yosemite. Like right in the middle, north-south, and right in the middle, east-west. We live up in the mountains, so it's not, even when it gets super hot, it's not as bad here as it is in town or down in the valley below. But we're only at 4,000 feet, 4,100 feet, so I'll drink it if given to me, but would never buy anything pumpkin spice, but it's all good. Yeah, I'm not a huge pumpkin spice fan. I also would drink it if given to me, though. Probably enjoy it. You know, this pumpkin spice isn't so bad. It doesn't really taste like.
Pumpkin spice.
I don't think it really tastes like pumpkin.
It doesn't.
Which is not a bad thing because pumpkin's not very good.
No, it's not. I like when they bring like apple stuff, like apple cider at Starbucks. Yeah.
Thank you, darling, for the food. I kind of like the Christmas drinks at Starbucks, like Snickerdoodle, whatever. There's something very Christmassy about getting a Christmas themed coffee from Starbucks, and they usually have like Christmas themed cups and stuff too. Makes you really feel bourgeois. I mean, just guy shit, I just never think of it. It's just guy shit. Spice, yeah, well. I never say, you know what I'd like? I'd like to go get a pumpkin spice latte. But I don't know, maybe I've become a little bit more jaded about the holidays as I've gotten older. Hi, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. How are you? Hello, Darren Martin. What is good? Many things are good. Planes are scaring people like the boogeyman? What do you mean? Like airplanes are scaring people? More than usual, or what? Some people are scared of flying. I'm not one of them. I've taken many airplanes over the course of my life. When I was little, I guess I kind of enjoyed it, but I hate flying. I'm eating sweet and sour chicken by Banquet frozen dinners. No, not tots. I wish I had some tots. Tots would be good. Oh, no. Rangers hit a homer. Well, what are you going to do? Don't tell me about the game if you know what happened. I'm back in time. Granny Smith apple. No thanks. If I'm going to have to eat an apple, I'll go Honeycrisp. When I buy apple juice, sometimes we get Honeycrisp apple juice. It's extra delicious. Even though it doesn't taste anything like honey. What are your thoughts on Top Gun 2? I don't think I ever saw it. everyone talking about plane incidents lately. It's usually high fear. Really? Have there been a lot of plane crashes or something? I mean, I remember like a while back, there was a little bit of a rash of plane crashes. I'm watching a game right now, so it's already over, but not for me. Currently, we're down 1-0. No, I'm not a pilot. I do sometimes watch a channel called Mentor Pilot, though, which is this, I don't know, Norwegian guy maybe, or Swedish or something. And he's a pilot and kind of post-mortems, like near misses, plane crashes, stuff like that. I enjoy the channel. You know, I always learn some stuff about planes. Athletics are down 1-0. The Rangers have a solo home run so far. But I'm only in the fourth inning, even though the game's over. I'm watching it in double speed, muted double speed, so I'm a psychonaut. Do I like pineapple? I do like pineapple, yes. I'm curious about the most famous, perhaps, incarnation of pineapple. Pineapple upside down cake. Why are there not any other upside down cakes? Just pineapple. Hi, Chloe. Welcome to Talking with Famous People. I think Chloe's a nice name.
Yeah, me too.
I've always liked it.
Me too.
Of course, maybe you pronounce it Chilo, in which case I'm sorry for butchering your name. Do you have anybody in your life who calls you Chilo? A psychonaut is one who travels and explores via psychedelics. Well, I take plenty of psychedelics when I can, but yeah, I was born in California. And how do I live in one of the most beautiful places in the country? Um, an inheritance. Moved out of LA, bought this house up here out in the woods, and have been just sort of trying to get my head on straight ever since, basically. Just trying to figure out what's going on, what I'm doing. You know. Yeah, we're very lucky. But I am going to be getting a job here before too long. Right now, what I'm working on is building a pond in my backyard, which I just got kind of got my fingers crossed that this works and it's watertight and it, everything's fine. But I'm just kind of making it up as I go. So, what kind of a job am I getting? I don't know. I can do anything really. I don't. I don't need to make a lot of money, so I could, get a job at Subway or something. Yes, my plan is to put some goldfish in, but I also want to put a couple of freshwater crayfish in there. And I'm gonna have a pond heater to keep it from freezing during the winter. So, you know, it hopefully never gets lower than like 50 degrees or something in the pond.
You care if I lay down horizontally and watch you?
Not at all, darling. You do your thing.
I love you.
If I use a high quality pond liner, it won't leak. Well, I'm using concrete and cement and mortar and tiles and stuff. So we'll see. We'll just have to see if it works. And if it doesn't, I just have to fucking sledgehammer the whole thing, I guess. Bury the concrete, put the hill back like it was. I'm taking advantage of the fact that we've got a hill in the backyard going down, and it lets me do different levels. It's quite a production, really. It's required a lot of bags of cement and concrete, but it's really starting to come together. I've already put a lot of work into it. I just need to. It still doesn't look that nice because it just looks like gray concrete and stuff. But I'm gonna cover all that with these flat stones and around here. We have up in the hills here these flat stones that are perfect for stepping stones. I'll join you, Ortega. I will join you. They're perfect for stepping stones, but they're also perfect for the bottom of a pond slash stream thing that I'm making. Half pond, half stream. It's not going to be super big. It's probably only going to put a couple goldfish in it and see if the crawfish will reproduce. That'd be cool if we had a bunch of crawfish. Though that's probably the sort of thing that, raccoons and such will eat those. So we'll see. I know that during certain times of year, in the spring and stuff, the frogs are very active around here. They came and took up residence in my neighbor's. My neighbor has a little like one of those blue pool things that he fills with water so his dog can get in it. And after some rain, some frogs came and lived in this little pool thing. So hopefully we can get some naturally occurring frogs to go along with whatever else is in the pond. Okay. Cigarette, jiggity jig. In my area, people have a problem with blue herons eating out of their pond. I don't know if we have any blue herons around here. If in fact wildlife comes and eats a goldfish and whatever else we have in there, then so be it. I could just, I could either put more in or, oh, good job, Andy Har. Or I could just stop trying to put fish in there. It's not big enough for bigger fish than a goldfish or two. I mean, it's because I like things to have. I like things to have plenty of room for themselves. Got this cigarette. Got my glasses. I got a lighter. When we come back in, I think I'll make a pot of coffee, maybe. Let's go back. So, here in my pond thing, it goes all the way down there, and as you see, it's quite a production. But think I've done a pretty good job so far. I just have to see if it works out or not. This is exactly the kind of fun thing I've always wanted to do, but never had my own house or a situation where I could do it, you know. These kind of things don't always work out for me. You know, it's not really my wheelhouse, but it would be super cool if we have a functioning nice water feature here. I could walk down there and use the hill as part of the back a little bit, because I'm kind of put some stuff there, sort of like not with concrete, but just kind of cut steps into the hill. I've already done it a little bit. And Rachel and I could walk down and sit by the pond if we wanted to. Put a chair or two down there. These girls are doing fantastic. These are what I call some healthy plants. I guess you can't really see it. A little too dark out here. Well, we're getting quite some distance from the longest day of the year. It's only 20 till 9 and we're already getting fairly dark out. But yeah, seeing these plants thriving so much, it makes me happy. I find it fulfilling. Like, except for one of these plants that got kind of beat up by some hail when it was little. These plants have all had just wonderful lives where they're just loved beyond belief and given everything they need, all the nutrients, all the water, planted in good soil, and now they're taller than me, and several of them at least are taller than me. And I'm 6'5" almost. I am on the West Coast. I'm here near Yosemite. So there's pine trees and such. Actually, not so many pine trees, more cedar trees than anything else. Sucks because you rent a house where your landlord prohibits growing marijuana. Well, what's going to happen if you do? Does your landlord come over and look a lot at your house? I used to grow at my rental house. I don't know if my landlord had an official position on it or not, but I guess they tell you ahead of time. This is like a fake background. Doesn't it? Go like this, maybe. There. No, it totally looks like a fake background. Plants are so big, they take a lot of water. I water these things every day, give them a pretty good deep soaking. They're planted in steer manure, so it's got good drainage. They should have pretty deep roots. There's a Rob Gonzalez feel to your background. He painted magic realism. Huh. Well, good for Rob. I don't really do any painting of any sort, but if I did, I'd paint something amazing. Maybe I'd paint Tiffany. You beautiful ladies, just do your thing. Hi, Acacia. Good evening to you. And a very good evening to all of you. Tonight, just kind of a regular night. Watching a little baseball inside. Um, I come out to look at my plants a lot because I just like to look at them. These ones are budding. This one here is. This one's way ahead of all the rest of them. It's been budding for a while now. And the other ones, they just look like maybe they're barely starting to bud. But this is also the most sativa looking one. It's got very thin leaves. I don't know which is which or what we'll end up having come up, but we will find out. You know, growing weed is an endeavor that takes many months. Started in late April or May or something. May, June, July, August, September. It's like 5 full months before they're really done. Although this one will be done by the end of August. That's my guess. It's good to have one come in earlier than the rest because then you don't get too impatient plucking the ones that aren't ready yet. We're going on a UAP spotting incursion? Excursion. No, I don't. It's not really dark enough yet for UAPs. It's pretty dark though. Should be the same darkness as it is where you are, Acacia. More or less. I guess it would be a little darker where you are right now, or a little later. You're closer to the equator. So that means your longest day is a little bit less long and your shortest day is a little bit less short. That means there's a spot in the middle where it's the same. Is this the middle? No. The middle between June 21st and September 21st. Wow. So 21st, August 21st, September 21st. So it's 3 months. So half of it is 90 days. No, half of it is 45 days. So 45 days from June 21st is July 21st plus 15 days. So like August 5th or something. August 5th is a day where you and I, Acacia, will have the same amount of length of days. even though we're not in the same spot. I used to start my plants inside in like February. In plastic garbage cans. Yeah, well, I started them inside, you know, but not in big containers, in just in seed starters. Well, what I'm saying is because you live south of me, you're closer to the equator. The length of our days are not exactly the same, which is to say, your longest day is a little less long than my longest day, and your shortest day is a little less short than my shortest day. So what I'm saying is there's got to be a spot in the middle where they're the same, and that would be August 5th. And even though we are different distances from the equator, presumably it would be the same. I'm not sure if that makes sense or not, but time is a hurrying and a scurrying down there in Los Angeles. Yeah, no doubt about it. It's a busy place. When I have to go down there nowadays, I'm just like, oh God, traffic, how miserable. I really don't like driving in traffic. I don't really like driving that much at all, but especially I don't like driving in traffic. Days are getting shorter because the speed of the planet is rotating faster. You mean in general across time, so eventually the days will be less than 24 hours? Well, I hope I don't get motion sick with the Earth spinning faster. All right, let's go back inside. We had a wonderful time together outside. You, me, everybody. Everybody was so happy. Now look, we're just miserable. Paris says, hey Eric, just wanted. I look like a hobo, says Joel Anthony. Well, thanks, Joel. He clarified. At first he just said hobo, but then he wanted to make sure that I understood that it was I who looked like the hobo. August 5th is Las Mariposas Angel Day. Right. You weigh less if you live closer to the equator? Huh. Well, that's not enough motivation for me to move. To pop on and say thank you, Tenzin. Sure, my pleasure. It was interesting. It was fun. It's a nice conversation. I've got it scheduled to publish tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. my time. Just F your eye. Well, it makes sense if you're scurrying and hurrying and you guys get to chillax and snacks. Eric, did you say someone talked shit about me? No. I did not say that. It's possible someone does, but I can't think of anybody off the top of my head. Yeah, it's publishing tomorrow at 9. Been on that Ableton grind set lately. Well, good for you. Is that Lawrence Butler hitting a home run to tie it up? Good job. Did you say someone talks shit about me? No, okay, I don't think I said anybody talks shit about anybody as far as I know. It's better than Fruity Loops, huh? But is it as good as Audacity? Oh, I don't know if anybody talks shit with you or not. Show Media talks shit with you about Fly Guy? Oh, yeah, literal feces, I see. So not about anything, just talking about shit. Well, you guys do like your poop. That's why you guys teamed up to become the CEO and CFO of roofpoopers.com. Let's pull this bong rip. Then let's pull another. Let's pull bong rips until your mother and your brother look just like one another. You got Ableton about a week ago. Well, good for you. I'm not in a super music producey mood lately. I have been very much in a fuck around on the piano mood, but yeah, I probably don't use LMS very much, because there are other ways to get beats, and LMS is kind of cumbersome, especially if you want to include anything other than drum sounds in it. But you could, in theory, like put together a whole song in LMS with its song editor and all that stuff. You can't watch it early. You'll never be allowed to watch it early. Show media, hello. That's me. Senor Eric. Who's pitching? Perkins? Is he new? I've never seen this guy on our team before. Ableton runs okayish on your 2020 M1 8 GB RAM MacBook Air, so I couldn't imagine must be too cumbersome. I mean, cumbersome is a way of as a way of putting together a song, for example. Like, if you want to use the piano roll, for example, in LMS, it's difficult to use. The interface is cumbersome. The song editor, the beat editor, the piano roll, coordinating them all together is, well, it's like you have to get the length of the thing. It's hard to even explain why it's so cumbersome, but I hate using piano roll in LMS. Uh-oh, just got home from Fire Wings. Don't rub your eyes. Don't rub your crotch either, probably. Cucumber all. Is it your time to shine? I don't know. What do you think? Oh my God, was that an error? What happened? Oh my God. Neither of them caught it. Oh, that was a huge fucking disastrous mistake. Soderstrom and Jacob Wilson were both calling it. Jacob Wilson deferred to the last second. Okay, Soderstrom, you get it, but then neither of them caught it. And now Texas is up by a run. Well, that's fine. What would you call Audacity then? I guess it's not a DAW. It's not a digital audio workstation. It just seems like the easiest way to, for me anyway, to put together multi-track stuff. Because I've been using it for so many years, probably. You're over to 19.1 subscribers. Hitting 20K is a YouTube milestone. It might be time to produce some shorts, which always grab some new subs. It's a good idea, Winston's mom. I got a lot of things on my plate, I guess, that I'm just sort of delaying getting to deal with, like the dentist and stuff like that. But making shorts is something I can do kind of easy, quick, and you're a good kitty. Yes, you are. You're a very good kitty. And Daddy knows. And Daddy loves. I don't know if I brought her out yet or not, but I think I have. Let me show it to you. She's fresh, she's fantastic, and she's beautiful. No, Tiffany is regular Tiffany is spelled with a Y. Okay. There is another Tiffany now who's spelled with an I. But let's see. There we are over there. No, I haven't made any shorts yet. I'll probably maybe wait for the next bottle. Who's this guy? Oh, the defensive disaster. What a horrible one. What a horrible time for neither of them to catch the ball, calling each other off. This is Tiffany with an I at the end. I'm Tiffany with an I. You're not Tiffany! I'm Tiffany with an I! That's me! You're just copy, baby! No, I'm Tiffany with an I. Tiffany. That's two I's, you baby! What's going on, guys? It's me, Sarah. What's wrong with you? Nothing wrong with her. She's just retarded. Probably not democratic, no. So yeah, I got my 3 new girls here, which is regular Tiffany, fresh and from the box, mint condition or whatever. Copy baby, and Sarah. Sarah has Down syndrome. Must be democratic socialist? No, I'm not democratic socialist. Neither am I a Republican. I'm a correctist. I'm correct about all the political positions on everything. Unlike people who care about which team you're on, which is the wrong thing to be caring about. I don't need any help. What are you offering to help with something? If so, what would you like to help with? Hi, Rio22. Jesus loves you and his King of Kings. Well, thanks for that. Get clipped. 12. I'm hoping American Flannel is going to tell me what he's going to help me with. No thanks. A newbie podcast. I don't need any moderators, really. I do have some, but not for any need of having them. Occasionally, it's good to have them. I like it when Rachel's streaming. There's moderators in here. No, it wasn't Paris Hilton. Different Paris. But still a lady. Because I was thinking, I wasn't really sure if Paris is always a lady's name or not, or if it was really even her name. I thought maybe it was like she likes the city of Paris or something. But that's her name, Paris. Sitting in the park in Paris, France, reading the news and it sure looks bad. They didn't give peace a chance. That's a dream some of us had. I'm glad you and Rachel woke up as yourselves today and didn't have to move to China. I'm also glad about that. I didn't realize just how glad I was about that until you mentioned it. I have not been to France. Been to a lot of countries in Europe, but not France. Leonard Nimoy played a character on Mission Impossible, the TV series whose name was Paris. Well, there you go. See, Paris can be a guy's name. Just like Kelly. Kelly O'Flanagan could be a guy. Get help. Or Casey. Yeah. Casey could be a boy's name or a girl's name. Same with Jesse. Although I guess it's likely to be short for Jessica with girls. Whereas boy's name Jesse is not short for Jessica. That was just, oh my god, that was horrible that they couldn't catch that ball and then they scored the go-ahead run. Probably going to cost us this game. Well, you know, defense has been a little spotty all year, so it's not a shock. Could make some shorts. It could even make some longer videos. I could come up with some sort of template and do type descriptions based on that template. Like, first cover conscious absolute values, conscious instrumental values, something like that. I had an odd wisp of a dream earlier. I was out and about with people. Some people pulled me onto their lap. I went wobbling and produced a long wind sound. Huh. Well, hate to tell you, Winston's mom, that was no dream. That was earlier today. Me and Rachel were in Tennessee, and you were there, and you kind of embarrassed yourself. I wasn't going to say anything, but since you mentioned it and you in your trauma have concluded it was a dream, I'd clarify that for you. Hi, Lakey. How are you? Well, it is the what? Top of the ninth inning. We have just this inning left to get at least one run, or else the game's over. A beautiful, airy tune. I made enormous progress just admitting that I even did that in a dream. We're all proud of you. We're all incredibly proud of you. Shea Langlier's got on base. That's good. All right, come on, Sodi. Make up for that bad defensive play. No, he just hit a fly ball out. All right, Law Dog. I like nothing like Jeffrey Epstein. Well, I seriously don't. And it would be fine if I did. That wouldn't mean I was liking, except for appearance wise, but I definitely don't. Zach Farmer? If that's some kind of joke name, I don't get it. Happy birthday, Zach Farmer. No thanks, Christian Cure. I'm not inclined to follow commands like that. Schmeefus Center. What kind of work do you do at the Schmeefus Center? I'm going down to the Schmeefus Center today. I'm going to get my Schmeefus on. What's your name? Schmeefus Center. Somehow I don't think that's your birth name. Who parents named him Schmeefus? Hi, Eliana Diaz. I'm doing well. How are you? Are you learning to live, love, laugh, and learn? Finally, after all these years. Terrible, terrible, terrible is what I have to say to the Athletics with Soderstrom and Wilson. I don't even know who to blame for that play, but one of you guys fucked up royally, and we lost this game because of that. So, shame on you. These Athletics just break my heart over and over again. I make a point of watching all of their games so they don't even bother winning for me. Yeah, my achy breaky heart, Acacia. But my achy breaky heart is more achy and breaky even still about the USC women's basketball team. Because probably like my two favorite players on the team are not coming back next year and they're going to other places. Kaylee Heckle's leaving, and so is Avery Howell. We are keeping Kennedy Smith, and we're getting the number one recruit in the country. We still have Juju Watkins, but she probably will be playing at the beginning of the season. Let's buy him back. I wish that we could get them back, but we can't. Kaylee Heckle went to UConn. Horrible. She was my favorite player. She's such like a well, her nickname was Canine. She plays like a rabid dog. She's just got so much fight in her. Now I'm gonna have to be rooting against her. Hopefully our new freshman phenom kicks ass, you know. Yeah, well, Juju will be back at some point this season. If not early in the season, then hopefully in time for the tournament. Okay, now that that game is over, what am I going to do? What's that? Show media. Oh, it's that fly guy. I see. If Mariposa was to have a baseball league, what would you call it? Well, I guess the MBL, the Mariposa Baseball League. Oh, I had a team. What would the team be called? The Mariposa team. I think they'd be called, well, you could call them the Butterflies, since Mariposa means butterfly. You could call them the Quaint. What do you think about that as a name? It's like the Heat, but the Quaint. Flutterbutts. The Flutterbutts is a fine name. I'm mobile bled right now. Can you? I'm it to me. I don't know what that means, fly guy. The Mariposa Marauders. How about the Mariposa Glide Flaps? I think Glide Flaps is a good name for a band. A team. Could be the Mariposa Gold. It's gold country, you know. Yes, I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. I have to think about it. The Mariposa Lapalosas? It's not a bad name, actually. I woke up late, so I'm not gonna be going to bed too early, probably. The apple mimosas, the Mariposa apple mimosas. That's a bit of a mouthful. There. How about the Jeffersonians? A lot of people in Mariposa identify with the state of Jefferson. They probably use alcohol or mushrooms. If marijuana didn't exist, what drug people use instead? Cigarettes. Well, what's its mom? I don't think that would be appropriate for a name, frankly. Could be the Sasquatches. The Sasquatchi. If it was an all women's team, you'd have to obviously call them the Vaginas. Possibly the Uteri. Kratom. It would just be cigarettes. Show me. There's no other equivalent to weed besides weed, and that's it. The Sasquatches. Lady Sassy Crotch. Why doesn't this let you? Oh, it's right there. I moved it. Alright, turn off the game sounds. Weed is kind of a unique drug in that it's got such a low toxicity, and you can't. It's very difficult to get too high. Or like smoking more bong rips doesn't do the same thing as smoking bong rips in the first place. It makes it unusual because most things that give you some kind of a head change, it's possible to abuse it. It's very difficult to abuse marijuana in the sense. What I mean by abuse is um, have bad experiences with using too much of it. I mean, you can eat too much, but it's very difficult to smoke too much. No, Claude lives. I'm not. What about you? I'll take that as a no. You're not Jeffrey Epstein either. Well, good for us both. The Mariposa Maritime Laws? Well, we're not by the ocean, though. How about the Mariposa Marionettes? It's an all women's baseball team called the Mariposa Marionettes. Mariposa Pebble Police? Maybe just call it the Mariposa Mariposans. Yeah, the thing about nicotine is at first, when you first smoke cigarettes, they give you a bit of a head change. And if you haven't smoked one in a long time, you smoke one, it'll give you a bit of a head change. But they're not really intoxicants in any sense. Whereas marijuana, even if you're a head like me, Mariposa Macarenas. How about macaroons? Good, G. Thanks for sharing with us. The mighty Mariposans. Yeah. There's my beloved wife, Rachel. The Mariposa Suppostas. The marinated Mariposa Moist Pops. What are they marinated in? Dewdrops? Is that how they get so moist? And Mariposa Funny Bones? I'm not so sure about that one. Man Juice. How about the Mariposa Manimals? That's if it's a male team. How about the Mariposa aloe vera plants? And the aloe vera plants take the field again. They're here to soothe cuts and burns. Not really. No, I was not much of an Ozzy fan. I never saw any of his shows. No. But I did hear that he died today. Kind of surprising he didn't die sooner. It was a long time ago that had that show on TV, and he seemed like on death's door then. But you know, what do I know? I'm not a doctor. He was a rat, like Rachel. What do you mean? Like he was a dirty rat? MDMA would be an equivalency. No, that's not equivalent at all. Yeah, MDMA is a much harder, more serious drug than pot. Pot. I mean, I think the most natural comparison is probably alcohol, but they're not really. It's not really a good comparison. Kelly Osbourne posted a tribute video, and I could not recognize her. The filter she used made her look like a long-haired, thin alien with thick lips. Hmm. Maybe that's what she is. Jack Osbourne did a couple of shows like Searching for Sasquatch kind of shows. How did people in this chat get those cute little pictures next to their name? What do you mean? To the left of your name? Oh, membership perk. I see. Yeah, we got memberships, I guess. And they won't let me make more emojis for people to use until I get more members. It's a way to, I guess, encourage people to get more members. Like, that's lame. Tommy Lee Jones, huh? I've gotten that before. I'm not Tommy Lee Jones, but if you'd like to cast me as Tommy Lee Jones in a film about Tommy Lee Jones, then that's fine. I'll play the role. No, that doesn't count. YouTube Premium is well worth it, though. I recommend it for everybody. You never have to watch any ads. You know, it's nice. Yeah, well, I get a lot of Bryan Cranston at the end of Breaking Bad. I get that one probably more than any other. But I don't really look like Bryan Cranston at all. Billy Joel interview with Bill Maher. Probably won't watch it, but it's not inconceivable that I might. The Mariposa Blaster Masters. You know, for months I kept going back and forth debating if I should pay for the premium membership. One day I was so angry with the increase of ads I bit the bullet. Best decision ever. Yeah. You're, I mean, no, gee. You're wrong. Guess I should fold this. It sounds unpleasant to listen to. No, I don't look anything like him. He has a round face. He's got beta quarter eyes. I don't look anything like him at all. You look like a Hollywood actor who hasn't had their plastic surgery yet. Fair enough. I look like Fly Guy with a beard. Dang, what the heck? That's messed up. What's messed up? What's this about, says Retro 10. It's about a variety of things. Depends on the specific stream. But tonight I would say it's about, well, for example, is it your time to shine? That's the question the title asks. So we can start there. But generally, what it is I just engage with the chat. Sometimes I'll have some particular explanation I want to make or other more purposeful expression, but generally it's just a place for me to muse my thoughts, talk to people in the chat, and, you know, occupy my attention accordingly. Is the ESTP the ISFP supervisor? No, I think ESTP is INTP supervisor. Hi, William Revelis. Revelis. You are correct, Retro 10. Um, I don't really feel like playing Pokemon right now. I'm feeling kind of lazy. I might play some piano songs in a little while, but I don't know. I feel kind of like extra faded or something, even though I haven't smoked that much weed. Eliana, don't embarrass me. What did Eliana say? Boba G Fettuccine. He's just, probably deep in his cups, feeling feisty. He likes to be feisty sometimes. It's just pretty pleasant, chill night. What's your take on the JE drama? What will happen next? Will she be? Who's JE? Oh, G's on timeout. Oh, he'll be out of timeout soon enough. Your PFP looks like a duck. Eric saying if Hitler was Jesus. No, thank you. The Mariposa Sasquatches are all about being sassy and proud. I stand up for justice and respect for one another. My FI game is strong. Is that what it is? Standing up for justice and respect for one another. Yes, my profile pic is the cutest duck in the world. Wow. That's an impressive feat for that duck. Did he get the Nobel Prize for cuteness? They should give a Nobel Prize for that. You know what's interesting? Do you guys know why quantum mechanics and stuff is called quantum? I just learned this just like yesterday or something. It's because the idea of quantum mechanics emerges from the the idea that light acts as photons. So if you're talking about the photoelectric effect, which has to do with when you have something like an electrical charge passing between things and you shine certain light on it, it causes some sort of visible effect that you can see. So, but they were trying to understand exactly what the linkage was because it wasn't the case that by turning up the intensity of the light, they would get a corresponding increase of kinetic energy from the electrons being pushed out. In other words, increasing the intensity of light might make more electrons come out, but they'd come out with the same power rather than what you'd expect to see from a wave function if light were a wave. So the idea of photons is that the electromagnetic effect says that basically what the experimental data shows that you can increase the um, frequency and get different, more or less electrons coming out. You can increase the intensity and get more or less coming out. But I mean, increasing the frequency will get more or less kinetic energy coming out, but it won't. It's only in light. The idea is that the electrons can only absorb a photon, right? And so, however much energy that has is the maximum that it can come out of it. In other words, that it functions as quantized amounts. You have instead of being able to pour water out like this, it's like taking spoonfuls of water, right? You can never have more than one spoonful, and you can never have half a spoonful. So the idea that light for produced had this quantized relationship with the electrons um, is where the word for quantum mechanics comes from. Oh, thanks, Rachel, darling. Did I win that again? Did I do that? Quantity of tons. Well, I mean, because intuitively you'd expect, like, with with a ball, if I bounce a ball, if I just put a little bit of effort into it, it bounces a little bit. If I really put a lot more effort into it, it bounces a lot more, right? You expect the same thing to happen with intensity of light, but it doesn't. Instead, the ball, you might get more balls to bounce, but they all bounce the same height. Quality of tums. No, the tum part, quantum, means, I guess, In the fashion of quantizing, light plays by its own rules. It does. It's a feisty fellow, light. It's like I can do anything. I can do all things in Christ who strengthens me. Thank you, darling.
I love you.
I love you too. I think you have specialness within your heart.
Thank you. I think you have specialness in your heart too.
Thanks. I got it at the Special Olympics.
You got a Special Olympics?
Yeah.
That's so special.
We do perceive light a certain way, namely as shiny.
Yeah.
We're like, oh my God, that's so shiny. Well, okay. Are those really colors then? If they're beyond the visual spectrum, do they count as colors? Maybe. Ozzy's wife, just as there are sound frequencies beyond the audio spectrum. Why no? There are frequencies beyond the audible spectrum. People will be seeing a new color because of how some light was shown into their peripherals. What color is that? Is it Merv? Is it Clausen? You're not autistic or Asperger's. You're just regular. How does it feel to be regular? Isn't that special? These days, almost nobody's regular. Everybody's got something wrong with them, right? My disease is I get jealous of other people's diseases. Not as bad as Greta Thunberg's. Well, listen. Everybody, into every life, a little retardation must fall. We all get to be retarded some of the time. Sometimes the tweezers stay right on your forehead, and it's great. Other times they fall off. Feynman once wrote, quantum mechanics describes nature as observed from the point of view of common sense, and it fully agrees with experiments. So I hope you can accept nature as she is, absurd. Your birth certificate says entire tard. Wow. I didn't know they put that on birth certificates. Full tard, partial tard, or just neurodivergent. What does neurodivergent mean? It means different, special. Not normal like you regs. You reggers, with all your regularity. Just get over yourselves already. We neurodivergent people, we're special. We diverge from the normal way. I was a live birth. I'm pretty proud of that. My first accomplishment in life. Entire, full, half, partial, and non. Oh, I didn't realize there were 5 different levels. Entire tard, full tard, half tard, partial tard, and non tard. Hi, Skelly Boy. You're neurodivergent, but you've mastered masking it. Huh? Thank God. Thank God you're hiding it so well. There's something different about your neurology. It's making me feel uncomfortable. What's wrong with you? Great question. Actually, I'm neurodivergent. And part of the ways in which I diverge neurologically is that I have tweezers on my head, whereas you don't. I think I'm just half tard, Acacia, is what it says. It's tweezers. It's a pair of tweezers. I like to keep them right there, so if I need to tweeze something, they're close to what I need to tweeze, probably. Like, oh, I need to tweeze this real quick. I just put them right back here. If I needed to tweeze a very large French fry from a forehead, I'd probably just use my fingers if it was that large. I wouldn't need to tweeze it. No, they're not allowed to use these tweezers for that occasion. Oh, see, the very thought of it knocked them off of my head. There. Now this is convenient. This may explain why the children used to taunt me, calling me lighter face. Tweezers, in their most basic form, likely originated in ancient times, with evidence suggesting their use as far back as 3000 BC. It's a long time ago. I don't even know why I called that one, but the Mariposa Mesopotamians. I like that. That's a good name. What about the Mariposa misogynists? I think I'll eat some more food. I think we're going to make some food here before too long. What time is it? There'll be a break in like 6 minutes. Current day Mesopotamia is full of misogynists. Is it? Well, I think I could make some taters, maybe. No, I just felt okay. There. That's enough of that. The Mariposa Monologuers. Not a bad name. The Mariposa Mongolians. Or perhaps Montessori schools. The Mariposa Montessori schools. Aryan Pride IISN or HSN. What's HSN? Was you in the war? Did you do war crimes? I've not been in any war, no. Mariposa Mob Wives. It's a good name for an um, all women's baseball team. G wants to know if he's from Iran. He might be. Neuroperverted. Listen, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm just neuroperverted. It's not me, it's my neurology. Hi, Johnny Doe. How are you? That goes on the Marvel Sasquatches, Marionettes, Mogwals. Mogways? Your role in Succession was amazing. I don't know what Succession is. Is that a movie? Good for you, show media. Mono, trans, fluidly, genderless ballers. Bro, how's your day? My day's going pretty good. Jose Cruz Torres. It's a bit of I feel a little tired today, you know. Just want to stop by and say you're not on the F team list. Well, me neither, Jose Cruz Torres, so high five. I also have not attended any Diddy parties. I have a few left, but I'm winding down from the bottle. How about the Mariposa marsupials? No, I put a lot of creamer in my coffee, actually. Do I think mooses are real? As real as anything. As real as the hair on my head. Yeah, R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne. But good for you for living as long as you did. Let's go make something to eat. What do you think? I was in the Grand Tetons and never saw a moose. What were you doing in my wife's breasts? Oh, you mean the mountain range. My mistake. Oh, I have to take the trash out before I even do anything else. Alright. Alright, fine. Be that way. Go ahead and be that way then. What is that? Oh, it's a grasshopper. Let's get a trash can and bring it over there. It's good to have one by the kitchen door. It's convenient. My pants, my high hip syndrome's acting up again. My pants are falling down. All right. What are we cooking? I haven't really decided yet. But I think maybe like some kind of sandwich thing, or I'm not sure. What do we got in here, first of all? Let's look in the trash compactor and see. What we're going to see here are some compacted boxes. They didn't compact very well. Anyway, I'll take these boxes. Put them in the trash. Okay. Now, we'll take this trash here. Put it in the trash compactor. Compact it. Get a new trash bag. And put it in the trash can. Alright, good. We've taken the trash out. We're feeling pretty good about things. I'm not making risotto now. Well, what could I make? Could make rice, could make mac and cheese, could make pasta. Could make sausages, could make chicken, could make hamburgers. Hamburgers sounds easy. Let's just make a couple burgers. Don't be alarmed when you hear this tune. Don't be alarmed when you hear this tune. Alright, so I think the first thing we're going to do actually is start a pot of coffee. Okay. We filled this up with water. That's step one. Step two is to pour the water in here. Using your most careful and precious pouring motion. Then we're going to empty this into this. Easy squeezy, lightning peasy. Next we're going to get a coffee filter, namely 2 paper towels. These are super like wimpy paper towels too, so that actually works better when you use them with a coffee filter. These are the opposite of hefty. Okay, now you've got your coffee filter set up. You take 1 full scoop, just like that, plus a little bit more. Alright. Just kind of pinch this closed like a dim sum. Push this. Now coffee is getting started to cook. And that means it's time to work on the next part of our cooking assignment. Got some lights on here. Things are feeling pretty homey, I think it's fair to say. All right, let's get out a pan. Use this one. Okay, I think to make this cooking experience a little more interesting, I'm going to get an onion, this onion here, and I'm going to get just a wee bit of butter. Put a little bit of butter in here. And I'm going to get this cutting board. I'm going to chop up this onion. Some of it anyway, probably. Don't need all of this onion. Get a knife. Like, oh gosh, I don't know what this was. Ta-da! Be careful with your knives, folks. It's a learning moment here. I'm talking with famous people. For you, for me, for everyone. Yeah, well, I might as well just use the rest of this onion and have this be super oniony. Just gonna take our time cutting onions because we don't want to cut our finger. There we go. That's good enough. Now, let's start this fire. Put a little bit of this white wine in here. Charlie, get down, please. Get down. Get down. Get down. You want fresh water? Okay, fine. Here. Here you go. Alright. So this is starting to melt the butter and the wine there. Give my hands another quick wash. Alright. Okay, so now we're going to put in the onions. I'm going to throw this away. And I'm going to put a little bit of this garlic powder in here too. I get a wooden spoon, like yeah, to mix this around. Okay. Just let that go for a little bit longer. And then we'll put the burgers in. Okay. Put this right on top of the onions like that. And over here as well. Right on top. There we go. I'm going to put a little bit more white wine in here. And I'm going to put some of this powder on the burgers. And we'll just let that go for a little while. In the meantime, I can take out my hamburger buns. Unless I already brought them up. Did I already get these? I already brought these buns. Here are my hamburger buns. So, I made a couple of these bad boys out. I didn't ask if Rachel wanted a burger. She could have one of these if she wants it. Rachel, do you want one of these burgers if you're there? We've got the buns in the toaster oven. We've got this cheese right here. And I'm going to cut this. And just put them out. Okay. Put that away. We'll get out the chup and the tars. Now I'm trying to turn these things over. Let that continue. Sounds like our coffee's about done. And indeed it is. Now I know this counter's disgusting. What can I tell you? Wherever it is I'm gonna make coffee is gonna end up like this. There, now that's a civilized cup of coffee. Mmm. Ah, delicious. That's the kind of cup of coffee that you can only find in the finest of French cafes. Ah, fantastic. How are we coming along here, beef patties? Flip these bad boys again. can see the beef fat is mixing in nicely with the butter and the white wine, which is kind of glazy sauce. I may need to give it another little splash of liquid at some point, but maybe not. Hot. Okay, hamburger buns. That's good enough. They're already getting brown on top, like burnt almost. So that's enough heat for you, hamburger buns. Now we've got a plate upon which we can put these buns. I'm going to scoot this aside for a moment. And this is the front. And there we go. Got 2 buns that are defrosted enough to work. Okay. So I'm going to put 3 cheeses per underbun. And then I'm going to put this mustard right there. And some ketchup. That's Permian. Now I'm going to flip these bad boys again. Okay. They're coming along quite well, but they could use a little bit more time. So this gives us time to put away the ketchup, the mustard and the ketchup. So those are now put away. We can wash our knife again. Alright, that's clean. My hand is clean. Let's turn our attention back to the burgers. These are done, but I wouldn't hate for them to get a little color. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of these onions now on here, like so. A little bit of these onions on here, like so. Get a little bit more onions. Put them right here. This is a real oniony delight. Gonna have a lot of onions. Alright. These are done. Okay. This space here is for some sort of side dish. I think today my side dish will be cheddar and sour cream. All right. Let's go. I'll come back and clean this up later. Okay. We've turned the lights out. That's called saving electricity. Something that's pretty important around here. Because we love the earth. I don't have lettuce or tomatoes. Let's give it a shot. Let's give the oniony delight a shot. Mmm. It's excellent. Show me you. You don't need to time them out again. Gail doesn't do too well alone. He gets antsy. He'll do okay for a while. But then, I want some engagement. The fallen slaves us all. Well, we should avoid the fallen, I'm guessing then. No, I'm not eating any poppy seeds from Iraq. I'm eating hamburguesas, cone onions. I must say it's so very good. The summer makes you feel like shit, like it's hot out. Hi, Kelly boy. You missed winter already? I'm enjoying the summer so far. It's been very mild and I've gotten to do some outside things that I've enjoyed. I'm doing fine. I've made myself some hamburgers here. Mmm. Right here, the fallen. I mean, it does involve some cleanup, but it's nice to have a fresh cooked meal sometimes. Oh my god, this coffee is absolutely spectacular. Well, I had to toast them a little bit because they were frozen and I needed to defrost them. So, coffee gives you anxiety. I'm sorry to hear that. Was at a church function. This one family, all of them do is talk about their resume. I'm sorry to hear that, Argilla Senacori 87. You're fine. The top is a little bit dark. Jeez. I would call that charred as fuck. You're fine. You're not wrong. But for now, I'm gonna let it age a little bit. AB wants to know what's going on here. Well, at the moment, I'm eating a hamburger and some chips. Drink a lot of water, Gil. Yeah, onions are a vegetable. Mr. Food Police. Yeah, it does have onion on it. Every time you see they talk about teacher, that man, or first thing, thank you, what do you do, or for a living, have you been through that? At the moment, I'm unemployed. My career was being a professional debate coach. I need a haircut. Thanks, Mr. Palad. You're probably right. Probably could use a haircut. I think I'll put this one in the fridge for later. Okay, Trouble. Trouble wants a piece of. Here you go. Here, eat that if you want. He likes to eat whatever it is I'm eating. Do I watch football? I do watch football. Not right now because there's not any football on, but currently I've been watching baseball. I I saw a disastrous failure from the Athletics today. It was horrible. Good. Glad you checked some water. What's my football team? Well, I guess if you're talking NFL, the closest team for us is the 49ers. You're talking about the high school team, it's the Grizzlies. You gotta be careful though, you choke on water sometimes these days. Water's pretty dangerous. Of all the various things that you do, I'd worry about the water. What's your best debate opening line? I mean, debates don't really have opening lines like that. They typically you always start if you're on the affirmative anyway by stating the resolution if there is one. Resolved. Repeated victims of domestic abuse are justified in using deadly force against their abusers. Would be you just state the resolution first, and then you don't really have time in debate for a lot of rhetorical flourish because you got to get a lot of argumentational work done. Would a straw help? Are you telling Gelt to look through a straw to improve his eye? Would like to see the Bills and 49ers in the Super Bowl? I hate the Eagles, but they did help me against Kansas City. I would love to see the Bills and the 49ers in the Super Bowl. I think that'd be a fun Super Bowl. I don't want to see Kansas City in the Super Bowl, and I don't want to see Philadelphia in the Super Bowl. I think Kansas City's reign is over now. I don't think they're going to even make the Super Bowl next year. The Eagles, I don't know what to say about that. You usually just chug from your 48-ounce industrial Stanley thermos. Sounds like quite a thermos. When you walk around with it, do you think to yourself, yeah, that's right. Everybody be looking at my thermos. Everybody. Are you sure it's just coincidence, Gil? Maybe there's something defective about it that makes you choke on water. No, I don't need to hold it in longer. I'll just, I'd rather pull more bong rips and hold them in for less time. I've been smoking pot since I was 14 years old, so it's 40 years at this point. I know how to smoke pot. Philly or Trenton, New Jersey is your closest city. Too many Eagle fans around. I'm a Bills fan. Jim Kelly and Josh Allen are my favorite quarterbacks. Jim Kelly, that's going back a few years for that one. This is a manly lighter, yeah. But it's a womanly bong. Hi there, Matthew. What can turn a shit day into an alright one? Kratom? I never liked it. I tried it a couple times, but I don't like it. I wish I could get more meows, like different drugs, but I'm okay with not having drugs too. It's fine. Yeah, that's valuable for sure. When you say you feel like you mean physically or emotionally? Do I ever dab? Not really. I do sometimes get concentrate and put it on top of bong rips, but I don't. I don't technically dab because I don't have a dab rig or something like that. A platter or whatnot. Constant dread and you get lonely super easy. I don't feel it right now, but I understand the sensation of constant dread. I've certainly been there plenty of times. I dabbed once before I had psychosis, and my vision almost went totally black from seeing stars. More likely to be from the coughing than it is from the dab. I mean, it doesn't get old, it just breaks eventually. I smoke joints too. I smoke a lot of weed all the time. Yeah, I clean it. It could use cleaning right now. I need to clean it like every couple of days because I use it all the time. Hi, Mandingo. I'd rather not. If you're instructing me to do that, I politely decline. If you're offering, I politely decline. A misodoctaclidist is someone who hates practicing the piano. A smoking pipe gets you higher than smoking a joint. Sometimes. Does anybody else experience what G says he's experiencing? An audio problem? Hi, Blitz Cash. You're gonna blitz cash. Well, Mysonists hate novelty, trends, or innovation. Stronghold Crusader says that Jesus loves you. What's quicker? What gets you high quicker? A pipe or a joint? Well, I don't know. I mean, like, it's kind of a slightly different high. I don't know. Smoking a joint. Smoking bongers feels kind of cleaner. I'll just throw it in the trash. Ever smoked a bone? No, I have not. Stinkergeist is a ghost that smells like shit. That's a good name for it. Misogylast is somebody who hates laughter, considers it low class or crude. If someone keeps demanding you shave your facial hair, there's a good chance they're a misopogonist, also known as someone who hates beards. No, I'm not Ari. Jimmy's a nihilist. I'm Eric. Misogynists hate women, misandrists hate men, and misogamists hate marriage. Oh, don't be. I'm glad I'm not Ari. Otherwise, people might think I'm short for Arizona. It is comfortable, yeah. Every time do you smoke a pipe before you clean it? I'm assuming you mean Do I clean the pipe every time before I smoke it? Is anybody else having audio issues here besides G? Mic check, mic check. Do my soap pirates hate fire? Maybe. Thanks, Jimmy. He also is getting some clicky audio. Mark, Winston's mom says the audio is good. Are you someone who hates undressing in front of others, even a romantic partner? Tobias Funkwood would refer to you as, I can say that quickly enough, as a fellow never nude, but to the rest of us, you're simply a misopodiist. Gee, I'm live streaming from my phone, obviously. There. Is that better? If it's not, nothing I can do about it. How many times a week do I clean the pipe? Every couple of days. You can't do that, G. It doesn't work that way. I just had to disconnect and reconnect. You know, it's not that uncommon. Crazy how refrigerators last such a long time. So how many times a month do I clean it? I don't know. Let's clean it right now. I cleaned it a few days ago. Clean it again. It's getting pretty cloggy. I clean it whenever it gets too cloggy. It's like when it's clean, there's a stretch of time where I don't really have to keep it unclogged. Then I start scraping some stuff, and at that point, it becomes a bit of a losing battle as it gets more and more cloggy. So at that point, I usually clean it. The alternative to cleaning it is like poking it out, Got a poker. I got several pokers that I use. I'm so pleased with the repair job I did on the sink. There was such time there where this thing wouldn't pull back up into there properly because the weight on it had shifted. But I mean, it was really easy to fix. They just had the weight that they have on it clips and unclips onto it, and you can move it around easy. But I'm just pleased that it worked. I'm not having proper sense because it was annoying when it wasn't working. Okay, so the way to clean the bone, of course, is to put some salt in it. I'm going to get some salt from here. I'm going to pour it into here like that. There we go. Now I'm going to get the alcohol. I'm going to pour it into here on top of the salt. So the salt goes through like it's supposed to. Okay, well this salt's being a little stubborn. I poured too much salt in there. So let me get a stick. This stick will help make the medicine go down. Get down there, salt. You know you want it. Pour a little bit more alcohol. Poke, poke, poke. Pour a little bit more alcohol. Good. Now I've got a good amount of alcohol and salt in there. we're gonna shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake. We're gonna take the stick, poke around a little bit, poke around in here a little bit. Shake, 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 shake. I'm gonna just pour out that grossness. Rinse it down the sink. I'm gonna squirt, squirt, squirt like this. And go from this side. Okay. This should be clean enough for a little while. Now, this is going to be too much. Let me get this too. This resin off of here. I'm going to turn this water on to hot. Okay. It'll take a while to get it hot, but I want to make sure that it gets flushed. That's too much water. That's about right. Okay. Voila, bong is clean. Whoever it was who was talking to me about that, you motivated me to clean it. Congratulations. And thank you. Now my bong is clean. Well, thank you, G. That's very helpful of you. I mean, I don't care. But thank you for your honest opinion, whatever it may be. I don't think that person was a troll, really. No, show me. Just don't worry about it. Let me deal with them, okay? Yeah, she's ready to do her job. She is. I've been smoking the not good weed, but now I've got this one. How many pipes do we own? I don't know. Including like little pipes and stuff, quite a few. There's one right there. There's this little corncob pipe here. I know Rachel's got a little wooden pipe too. As far as bongs, there is another bong over there, but I don't know, it's not as good as this one, so I don't use it. I think there's another bong in the closet too. This weed is, I forget what it's called. Let me look at it with my Glasses. Uh-oh. Another one bites the dust, and another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, my glasses broke. Another one bites the dust. Yeah, I'm still growing, but last year's harvest didn't last a whole year, you know? Lesson learned. I'm growing a little bit more this year. Yeah, I have smoked out of an apple before. Cash, I. Okay, you support whatever you support. Nostradamus knew everything. He predicted rain, he predicted sun. Apples and soda cans all through my teens, man. Ain't nothing wrong with disposable pipes. That's what both those things are. Aluminum cans are a little bit of a harsh hit, you know. That stuff from the Indian weed store is better than this old stuff, that's for sure. The Indian weed store has got good weed consistently. Have I ever smoked weed to half a lemonade can? No, I don't know what that means. Yeah, I've hit a gravity bong before. I don't like them, but I've done them before. Always Loved You, huh? By Whitney Houston. Well, I will play a song on the piano, but it probably won't be that one. Before I do, though, I'm going to have to just buckle down, get up, and get a sandwich bag to put my burger away for later. I have to motivate my motivate. If you ever smoke weed out of a pop can, I'm not older than God. God's pretty old. Especially being considered that I'm going to live to 150. 54 is not that old. Still got almost 100 years left. Do you have 100 years left? I don't know. I do. 'Cause I will always love you like Whitney Houston. Yes, I will always love you just like Whitney Houston. So come over here and look at me now. I'm Whitney Houston. Wow, wow, wow. If you don't believe me, you think that I lie, then I'm gonna ask you, oh, why, 'cause that's why I said because. That's why. And if you ever find utopia, won't you call me up and say, come and join me in utopia. It's everything you ever dreamed of. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. That one's called I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. What? Everybody, watch out now. What? Be careful. Hey, how are you doing? Would you like to have a wonderful time? You could come over to my apartment and we could do jigsaw puzzles together. Welcome to the Fun Friends Gang. It's as fun as being friends with Frank. It's as fun as being fun friend too. Just like I'm a fun friend for me and you. Come on and join the Fun Friends Gang. I said come on and join the Fun Friends Gang. 'Cause we will go to the park and do something cool. We could throw a frisbee around or something like that. It's the funnest friend gang there ever is, in fact. Yeah, well, that was great. That was wonderful. So maybe we got one or two more songs here in me on the piano. Can you believe it's already after the 4th of July? Fireworks time has passed us by. Can you believe that we'll soon be nearing September time, and you won't even remember what the summer was like at all? And if you want to see this thing that I have, you better look with your eyes. And if you want to hear what it says, you should listen with your ears. And if you don't want either one of those, then I don't know what you're up to at all. And that worries me. Try to keep me abreast of the situation in the future. That way I won't have to worry. Okay. That was try to keep me abreast of the situation, please. That way I won't have to worry. See what we got here. Hip shuffle, huh? Strange beat. What a weird beat. Hooray! Everybody says it, hooray! When they're happy about yesterday and how it went and whether it's okay, then they'll recall that yesterday they remembered everything once before, but now you've left open the door and they can't remember anything else at all. Why would you do that to them? I thought you said that you were their friend. Instead, you closed the door right on their face. And now they're embarrassed, disgraced by your bad behavior for sure. What will you do when they call the police on you? Will you lie, make up an alibi, or will you tell them the truth? Okay, well that's it for the songs. All the songs I have in me today. Songs are like gongs. Everybody has one. Except me. I don't have a gong. Yeah, I feel pretty left out. Since everybody except me has gongs. I'm just wondering, like, why don't I have one? If everybody else has one. Must be commonplace to receive them. Yet I have no gong. Oh, sure. I've got a bong, I've got a schlong. I've got an occasional wrong. I've got a nong. I don't know what else that rhymes with that. Strong. Okay, now we're back over here where I can see things. A thong, right. Rachel does have something very thong-like, for sure, she's wearing, because earlier when she was bent over and petting the cat, I was getting quite the excellent display of butt cheeks. She had a dress on. She was all squatted over, you know. Gee, Sony. Hi, how you doing? Sumo wrestlers wear thongs? Kind of. It's kind of a thong. Opinions are like butts. Everyone has one, and everyone thinks everyone else's stinks. Well, I guess it depends how you define opinions. I tend to think that opinions are like they're like well, there's lots of different kinds of opinions. Some of them, everyone's opinion's equal. Some of them, not the case at all. But people don't generally like others to be opinionated. Like, I tend to not go around expressing my opinion in the regular world much at all. Sing along, ring along. Opinions are like kittens. I'm giving them away, and no one wants them. That's kind of like what it is. Opinions are like kittens, except you don't have to raise an opinion after you get it. Cover fear of the dark sometime. I don't know that song. I'm afraid of the dark. Yeah, 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 yeah. Afraid of the dark. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I wonder what I will see tonight. Nothing, I'm afraid of the dark. That song? Is that what you're talking about? Gee. There you go. I covered it for you. It goes on and on, my friends. It's the song that never ends. This is the song that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it, knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is a song that never ends. What a great song. So some people started boofing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue boofing it forever just because this is the song that makes you boof. You just go boof and boof and boof. Some people started boofing it, not knowing what it was. And they'll continue boofing it forever just because this is the song that makes you boof. In the video of it, for that song, this is the song that makes you boof. You see like the top of the guy, right? This is like a cartoon figure walking along singing. This is the song that makes you boof. And then, and then as you get towards the end, he scrolls down and continually you can see he's grabbing various things from around and boofing them. Bro, why are you all being so rude? Chillax. Thanks, Skeleton. Thanks for the wonderful advice. I will make sure to heed it. You seem incredibly wise. I'm glad you came to share your wisdom with me. That's how I get better, okay? Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Acacia. What am I doing? What are you doing? Says Smart Life Ideas. Well, I'm executing some smart life ideas, like having a cup of coffee, doing some live streaming, pulling a couple bong rips, enjoying the late evening, I guess you call it, 11:17 p.m. where I am. Night, I guess you'd call it. Late evening, early night. What do you think? Is 11:17? Can you call it late evening, or is that just stretching it? I think of night as being like, when you're asleep more. And 11 p.m. is not that likely I'm going to be asleep that early. That's pretty early. Even for an old timer like me. Eric and Rachel are indeed sitting in a tree. And on that tree, we have carved a heart. And inside that heart, we've written E and R. No, I wouldn't want to do that to the tree. Well, thanks, Smart Life Ideas. Earlier today, I was working outside on the pond, making a pond in my backyard. Hopefully, it turns out as envisioned. As a very special committee came to you and explained that you have been chosen by the special people of special committee, and your face will be on where what? Um, I don't know. I guess like someplace with a lot of people, like Times Square or something. Probably best someplace that has a lot of people in America. Maybe instead of the star on top of the giant Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center, could be my face. I like whiskey, says John Hippie. Well, good for you, John Hippie. I used to like whiskey too. What are those disposable paper toilet covers called? I'm gonna guess they're called disposable paper toilet color covers. Seat covers. Ideally, it would have my arm coming next to it, waving like this back and forth too. Bobby Chacon, I can't say anything racist because I'm fluidly transracial. I've been every race. I'm currently one of several possible races that have to do a little bit of self-examination to determine which one it is. But the point is, accordingly, it's not possible for me to be racist. For one thing, I understand that individuals are the only things that are. They aren't part. They aren't collapsible into their group. Ah, well, you're an old man. I could have my face on those wiggly air parking lot dancers. Wiggly air parking lot dancers, that's a good choice too. Maybe I could have my face on the back of a milk carton. It says, "We're not looking for this guy. We know where he is, but we just want you to see a picture of him." Hi, milk lovers, it's me. I could be the sole model for the photos of a photo frame company. They call old men old farts because you have more flatulence when older. I don't think I have more flatulence now. A picture of me just says, "Don't worry, I'm not lost." Well, I guess it's about time for me to wrap it up. I think I'll watch a few cartoons and see if I can get some sleep. So thanks for being here, and I'll see y'all later. Sleep well, don't let the bed bugs bite.